What is up, guys, and welcome to the Casual Wrestling YouTube channel, your headquarters for Raw, Smackdown, and casual wrestling content. Every week we hang out in Discord during Raw and Smackdown, then immediately go live for show reactions and breakdowns live on YouTube and TikTok. If you want to support the channel, you can do that through YouTube Super Chats or by grabbing a YouTube membership for just $2.99 a month. Or if you feel if you're feeling special, you could get the Best Friends membership and get yourself a CM Punk style beaded bracelet. Lauren, I'm like kind of off center. You could re-angle those cameras there. But we got to shout out our current member of the channel right now, Jamie Phillips. Thank you for supporting the channel. Your support helps us continue to grow and continue to make content every day of the week, like the Mike and D show on Tuesdays, the Monday Night Raw after show on Mondays, and right now we're doing Friday night SmackDown shows after SmackDown. You could have just used the camera, the camera control. You're moving things. Okay. You're wild over there today. You had one job was to line the camera up, and then we come on and I'm way off to the side. Let's talk about I've lost the chat there, Lauren, so I can't see the chat as well. Let's talk about let's initially start with what we rated the show tonight. All right, there we go. See it? Yeah. The blue really brings out my eyes. Okay. I appreciate that, Wavy D. My eyes have been messed up for the last 2 or 3 weeks. I've never fully recovered from the eye infection. I don't know. Tonight, I think I'm going 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 on the casual wrestling scale is a great SmackDown. I think it was saved by Roman Reigns. I definitely think that up until Roman came out, I had it at a 6, just like Ryder and just like Dead Chef. Roman's moment was 7. The GOAT is back. Mm-hmm. And when the GOAT is back, a show can't be a 6. He still has it. You can't have a 6. I see people saying pretty anticlimactic ending. I know everybody wanted Roman to come back and just like shoot the load right off the bat, but he's not going to do that. Like, there's got to be levels and builds to this thing. And initially, Mike said it in the Discord, they're just going to try and get us used to Roman Reigns being babyface right now. They're still going to make sure that Roman is just destroying Solo so that we give the babyface reaction. They're not ready to jump into the meat and potatoes. Anybody who expected Roman to come out and cut a long promo and declare that he's back and set up championship matches or set up matches, that's not what was meant to happen. It's just not. That's not the way they're going to build, especially because, once again, Roman Reigns is going to be a limited feature. He's not going to be there every week. So we can't. This story is got to stretch all the way until WrestleMania this year. So think about that. This story has to stretch all the way to WrestleMania. You can't do this all on the first night he comes back. I know that's what we want. I know as fans, I tend to overreact as well, that we all want the payoff, right? We've waited so long. Roman came back. We need the payoff. We don't need the payoff. We've got a long road ahead of us when it comes to Roman Reigns, when it comes to benchmarks, when it comes to Tongaloa, Tama Tonga, Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, Roman Reigns. We got to get the Usos back involved. The Rock has to come back. There are so many elements to this story that didn't need to happen tonight. It didn't need to happen tonight. Tonight was about Roman reestablishing who the GOAT is in professional wrestling and making his presence felt on SmackDown. That's what tonight was. Tonight was pay attention to the babyface pop. Everybody in the world, pay attention. Roman's over. Every time the crowd's with him. Like I said it, people got pissed off on Monday when I said Damian Priest's second biggest babyface in the WWE. Still stand by it, right? Because casual fans have recency bias, right? I get Cody overall bigger babyface. But right now, in this moment, Damian's number 2. Roman's 1. Roman is number 1. Roman is the biggest babyface in the company. There's another reason, though, we can't jump straight into the guts of this tribal chief story. We can't get straight into the payoff that everybody wanted, and that is Bash at Berlin is next.
When is that?
It's August 31st. And Bash at Berlin is being set up to be a fan service show. It's going to be a bullshit premium live event. SummerSlam was beautiful. It had surprises. It had title changes. It had twists. It had turns. Bash at Berlin is going to be another country-specific show that is fan service. The fact that we now know we get Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship, this is fan service. This is Triple H's admission. I don't have a baby face for this. I mean, I don't have a heel for this story. I've done a bad job up until this point creating credible threats for Cody Rhodes. So we're going to go with the storyline of Kevin Owens, and ultimately could lead to Kevin Owens turning. I don't know. I think, once again, this is just fan service. In the same way that I think Gunther versus Randy Orton on the other side is just fan service. That's what it feels like to me. That's what we're headed towards. So we can't, all that can't be overshadowed by the bloodline right now, because as much as I see it all the time, I see everybody say, I'm tired of the bloodline, right? I'm tired of too much bloodline. It's oversaturated by the bloodline. Then the bloodline does something like this, and we all reinvest. Roman comes back, we reinvest. Solo does something, we reinvest. The Usos, we reinvest. The bloodline has been better than anything I've ever seen at getting us to reinvest into a storyline. So that's, to me, that's why we can't get into this too quickly, is because we can't overshadow Bash at Berlin. Bash at Berlin is an event. It's happening. It's in Germany. We'll get fan service for those matches. And then once Bash at Berlin is out of the way, we can begin to head towards Bad Blood.
You know, I'm so glad that you answered where Berlin was.
You didn't know it was in Germany?
No, this whole time I was sitting here wondering, like,
that scares me.
Who's from Berlin? I'm geographically challenged.
So who's from Berlin is Gunther is from the area. He's not from Germany.
Yeah.
They will sell him like he's German.
Is Ludwig Kaiser?
Yeah, I believe they're all from that area. I don't know exactly where Ludwig is from, okay. but they're all from that area. It's going to be a celebration of those superstars. One thing that I think it will be interesting is, if Triple H wants to throw us a swerve, he wants to throw us a curveball, then give us a title change. One of the two titles, have them change at Bash at Berlin. I don't think it's going to happen. Wavy D said, he feels you, Lauren. He's terrible at geography as well.
I know. It's not just like...
Berlin is a pretty important place in world history. I will just say that.
It fell, right? The Berlin Wall fell.
Yeah.
In Stalingrad.
Yeah.
They're just long about it.
I'm a bit surprised they aren't doing Ilya versus Gunther. I'm not, Ryder. I've said this all along. I think that internet savvy fans are high on Ilya Dragunov. And I know the thing that people love to do to me is they go, but you didn't see the NXT match. And I always go, NXT doesn't matter for what happens on the main roster, because the casual fan base that watches Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown, there's a lot of grandmas, there's a lot of little kids. They don't react the same way as the NXT crowd is typically a more hardcore audience, a more informed wrestling audience. So that audience understands. They get Ilya more than other. I don't understand Ilya, to be quite honest with you. And to me, if you put Ilya with Gunther, that's just nap time for me.
Ilya
that's all it
Gunther?
is. Huh?
Ilya and Gunther together?
Well, yeah, because Gunther is the snooze general.
Gunther.
And Ilya is just the guy who's extremely aggressive for no reason. Just grunts and moans and screams. And as far as I see, he doesn't win very many matches.
I always think of him as the White Dragon, because I can never really remember who he is.
It's the Mad Dragon.
Dragunov or whatever.
The Mad Dragon, I believe, is his name. Do y'all think Roman is ready for The Rock as far as being on the mic? Yes, I do, Jim Crack. I do, because I think that Roman doesn't have to say much to there's talking about respect your general, snooze general. I don't think Roman has to say very much. I think Roman will be protected. I think hopefully Heyman comes back and Roman by then will be in the rhythm of what it means to be a baby face. The problem is if The Rock goes off script and starts with all these nicknames and bullshit, different rules where he gets to say bad words and nobody else can, that's when it gets dicey. But I don't think The Rock is going to be out to one up Roman Reigns the way The Rock likes to do with most people.
Respect, man.
All this respect your general. Respect what general? He ain't my general. The snooze general.
General Fried Chicken.
No, he's the snooze general.
I like fried chicken.
What else? I wrote down right now, and you know, I haven't felt this way in a while, but after the way SmackDown kind of went, it's starting to feel like, to me, and I've been told this for a long time, so anybody, you know, everybody's going to say, we told you so. I'm sure you did.
What?
Raw right now has a more... Raw feels bigger to me right now. There's more important shit going on Raw to me than is on SmackDown. To me, SmackDown feels like kind of inconsequential storylines, and then the bloodline. Then there's the bloodline. And it feels like that maybe SmackDown lived off of the bloodline for so long that now there's not a lot outside of that's able to kind of rise to the top. Like, there's stories on SmackDown, but on Raw, it felt like we got like just lined up like banger after banger after banger after banger. And then on SmackDown, it feels like Theory kind of bullshit, right? Santos kind of bullshit. Mike asked if I'm waving the white flag. 100% I am, Mike. Outside of Roman Reigns. Now hold on. Now let's say, hold on, because this is the problem. I take that back. I'm not waving a white flag yet. As long as Roman Reigns is on SmackDown, we're still the A show. Like, let's hold up a minute. As long as Roman Reigns is still on SmackDown, we're still the A show. It's like, I don't care. You could have this 2024 dream team. If you give me Michael Jordan, I'm good. Give me any other four, and we're running the table. I'm good with that. So I do believe that. But what else is going on? What's going on? KO versus Cody. How do we feel about that? How do we actually feel about KO versus Cody?
So I'm kind of confused. Why do they want to fight each other? Like, why does he want to fight him? I don't quite understand.
So we going kayfabe, like storyline, or you like? So storyline, it's a respect thing, right? Cody has always respected KO. They've always been kind of buddies, kind of been running mates. So it makes sense that he would want to give him a shot. As far as what I think is happening just on SmackDown, I imagine that this is, they just don't have any heels right now that are ready enough to be sacrificed. Because this is what Bash at Berlin is, a sacrifice. These are Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. These are sacrificial matches. These guys are sacrifices.
Randy.
Well, no, I'm Team Randy. Hold on. We're cheering. We want Randy Orton to win against the snooze general.
I love Randy.
But I do feel like these are sacrificial matches. These are matches that are set up to entertain the Berlin crowd, but they're going to have no real bearing on anything moving forward. I don't think that there's going to be much that happens in Berlin that has an influential impact on storyline moving forward. We've talked about this. I talked about this with Mike a little bit. Bad Blood is the next WWE Premium Live event. What we're getting in Berlin is going to be more like tribute to the troops. It's a super show. It's big matches, and they're going to be good matches. Randy Orton versus Gunther will be another good match. Cody versus Kevin Owens will be another good match. Yeah, I mean, basically what Sean's saying there is Berlin is going to be what Crown Jewel used to be. I don't think Crown Jewel is going to be that moving forward. I think that the Saudi shows are going to start becoming, if they want to be serious about getting a WrestleMania and being a part of kind of the WWE storyline, Saudi's going to have to start letting WWE book it the way that makes sense for the story and not be kind of off-track super shows.
Do you remember when they wore like those big old T-shirts that first time, the girls?
Yeah, I do remember that. But that was just, they were trying to get a flow of everything and figuring out. What we were talking about, Dom, and how did Dom get brought up in the chat?
Generational talent.
Oh, I saw this. I saw people online saying Dominic Mysterio is the first person to be heel and have a heel turn and go even more heel. I mean, it's true. It is true. Although I would say that the Judgment Day was never truly babyface or heel. The Judgment Day kind of walked a funny line. Now they're rats. Now they're just absolutely rats. They're heels. They're definitely Finn Balor, Liv Morgan, all just slimy, dirty rats.
I used to like when they'd be like, yeah, y'all want to come to, we're going to go to a really cool party after. Like when they would cut little promos like that.
Yeah. Now you're not going to like this next thing I wrote down here. There's a lack of Bianca Belair on SmackDown right now. For a show, no, this is real talk. For a show that feels like it's lacking talent, for a show that feels like it's lacking big stories and excitement, there's a lack of, and I know Jade Cargill wrestled. I get it. She wrestled almost kind of a squash match, which is kind of stupid at this point because
we all know
they want to keep selling us on this idea that like Bianca and Jade can't get back to winning the tag titles, which is absolutely stupid. That's absolutely stupid. That they can't win the tag team titles again. They're being kind of getting the runaround from this dental control group. The Wavy D named them dental control, and that's what I'm going at. Oh, someone said, is she pregnant? Interesting.
Could be.
Interesting.
Wait.
But didn't she just wrestle last week?
TLC outfit, like
she wrestled last week, didn't she? In a tag team match? So I don't think she's pregnant.
Super chat. We were touching on this in the Discord earlier.
What were you touching on, Wavy D? Exactly. Be more specific. I don't know. Yeah. Wait, what were you touching on, Wavy D? Be more specific. Bianca's starting to get that Sasha treatment. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Honestly. Like,
what is the Sasha treatment?
It's almost like they reached this level of like, but to me, I think that Bianca, this is going to be a hot take. People are going to hate this, but then they're going to say it's because I prefer Bianca. But Bianca's better than Sasha Banks in every aspect of wrestling. She's better on a microphone, better in the ring, more believable. Like the whole package is better there. So like I call bullshit here.
I'll give you that one, boo. I'll give it to you. But yeah, I was even kind of confused. Like, why is she not really doing anything, kind of thing? And I want to know about this TLC outfit. Is it like TLC? The group?
No, the
inspired outfit?
Maybe so, yeah.
If so, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
I like that.
What are they talking about? What would Jade... Oh, they're talking about Jade turning on her. It's too soon. Jade still needs Bianca. They need to be tag team champions. They should have had a dominant tag team championship run. With as bullshit as the tag team titles have been, you finally had the opportunity to put some respect on the titles, and instead... you took them off way too soon. And I thought absolutely when they took the titles off of them that meant, okay, Bianca and Jade are going to go find something else to do. But instead, they've just hung around not as champions. I absolutely don't love that.
I agree. It's like they took to the strongest woman and just kind of like forgot about him.
Thank you, We Too Deep. He says it's not a hot take. Bianca Belair is 1,000 times better than Sasha. That makes me feel good. It makes me feel good.
Jade's entrance was epic. She has a super cool entrance.
What's Dead Chef says, Belair is the best female talent they have next to Mommy. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'd say they're equal. I think Rhea has found the rhythm right now. Rhea's kind of in that moment, but Bianca had that moment a year ago. Jade's entrance was epic. Yeah, it always is. Like Jade is going to be a big deal, and we're going to get to Jade and Bianca at some point. But I I believe I saw in the Discord they were talking about this earlier.
What?
And the what's funny is they were talking about this, and the tier maker I have for later is like potential WrestleMania matches, but they were talking about Bianca at WrestleMania. Was it Bianca and Jade a better match, or is it Bianca and Rhea Ripley? I'm on Bianca and Rhea Ripley.
Like
I think that needs to happen.
WrestleMania?
Yeah, Las Vegas.
So you said Bianca versus Jade.
So do you have Jade and Bianca turn on each other at some point and do Bianca versus Jade at WrestleMania, or is it time for Bianca versus Rhea Ripley, which I believe is long overdue?
I think Bianca versus Rhea Ripley. I'm down for that.
Okay, so they were talking about, we had this conversation a couple weeks ago, how Triple H is treating black talent.
We didn't talk about that.
I don't. It's an uncomfortable conversation for me because I don't know whether the internet's telling me Triple H is a racist. Hey man, there's a strong possibility he could have those feelings. There's also the argument to be made that right now there's just certain people that don't fit into storylines. VA wants Bianca versus Charlotte. It's not, I mean, I'm good. It's just, that would be third on my list. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, I can make the argument. Why is Montez Ford not one of the biggest faces in the company? He has everything that you want to be the face of the company. Military background, super charismatic, extremely athletic, extremely good in the ring. I make every argument for Montez Ford being as good or better than every babyface in the company. I can make that argument. Bianca Belair, I can make the same arguments. Charlotte is surely facing Tiffany. It feels that way. It feels like it almost has to be that. That feels like that's just being set up. Yeah, Sean says Ford checks every box. Every box and then more. And then more. Like, he's not going to go fuck up. He's not going to get arrested. He's not going to do anything. Like, dude, like, you saw him on the Hulu thing. He's just kind of like a happy-go-lucky, nice guy. Fucking doesn't have a ton of like demons or skeletons, ex-military. Like, he checks every fucking box to be the face of the company, yet he's stuck in this fucking tag team world that it feels like he will never get out of. Agreed. Yeah, I know Mike Lee, MVP, has called Triple H out on Instagram, and I don't know.
After being like, so what happened with MVP? Did he leave or was he fired? I didn't exactly know what happened. So
Wavy D, this is interesting. He said not racist, but he doesn't know how to book them. But that would be the definition of racism to me. To me, honestly, because if you have to look at somebody and go, how do I book a black person versus a white person? That to me is the true definition of racism versus that guy's just great. We just need to push him to the top. I don't care what he looks like.
Because, I mean, like, she's extremely marketable. Like, little girls love her. Guys love her. Girls love her because, like, her outfits and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, that is kind of my point is that, and I joke with you, but I think a lot of the appeal of Bianca Belair is like positivity in things like that. Mm-hmm. It is that she's not like, you know, fucking, there's certain people who are selling, she's selling herself on athleticism.
Yeah.
Montez and Bianca can be a power couple. They should be. They absolutely should be.
For sure.
Meanwhile, Ludwig Kaiser and Andrade getting singles push. Yeah. Yeah. And really nothing against, like, I mean, I guess the argument can be made Andrade is of Mexican descent. So,
I'm not gonna lie, they're my people, but I get all of them confused. They all look the same to me. Andrade and what's his name, the other one who looks like in the mask.
What? Andrade is the mask. Santos is the other one.
Santos Escobar. See?
Yeah.
Exactly. I know who Carlito is, though, because he's got that curly hair. But I could be the only one who thinks that.
Wavy D saying Bianca is easy to book, but it's just time for her to take a back seat until Mania. See, I absolutely disagree with that. If it was just Bianca, I'd be fine. But Bianca's job right now is to build up Jade Cargill. That's what they're looking for. And so the way they're doing this seems absolutely stupid.
Well, like,
To just like keep it, put him in this triple threat match now and stuff like that. Like, it's fine. It's gonna be, to me, this is probably gonna happen at Berlin, right? It's gonna be Naomi, Bianca, and Jade versus Dental Control, because it's another, we can't move the story forward. We've just got to do fan service. So we'll give them Bianca, we'll give them Jade, but we can't let it be a tag team title match. So what we'll do is we'll add thirds in there to make it make sense.
Yeah.
We forget Bianca had the longest singles title run for a woman of all time that only ended. Yeah, no, I'm not making the push for Bianca Belair to be back in a title picture. I understand. Pump the brakes. We don't need like one person dominating title pictures, but there's still other, like, Chad Gable is in an interesting storyline. It's interesting every week. To me, it feels like Bianca and Jade.
Chelsea Green is even in the interesting, like, thing to
Well,
me.
bullshit. Chelsea's annoying.
No, she's not.
She keeps attacking my girl Tiffy. We're going to have problems.
Well, I like Tiffy too, so it's okay.
So, new rule.
What?
New rule on the Casual Wrestling channel. You take a side. No. We don't sit on the fence on this channel.
So I have to choose between.
Yes. The minute so I have a list in my documents. I have a list, and it says this person versus this person, and we choose sides of the fucking street.
All right.
If this is Eminem and Ja Rule, you got to pick a side, right? This is Kendrick Lamar and Drake. You got to pick a side.
I choose Kendrick Lamar.
Most people do. Most normal people do. Tiffany Stratton or Chelsea Green, you have to pick a side of the street. You have to pick a side of the street.
Do I, though?
What are we talking about, getting rid of women's titles? What? How did y'all get to that?
What?
What are they? Easy solution for all of this is mid-card. Oh, okay. Adding titles. I thought someone said get rid of all of the women's titles.
Just do it. Whatever.
Easy solution for this 100%, Randall, is mid-card titles. That's exactly right. More opportunities. And look, we can make the argument there was a lot of nothing that happened on Smackdown tonight. Would have been fun to have a women's mid-card title match tonight. It just would have made sense. I don't agree with not enough talent. I think there's plenty of talent on the women's roster for mid-card women's titles. In fact, I'd argue that some of the women who get main title shots would benefit more from mid-card titles. And I'd also argue that you could start to bring up some of that big-time talent you have on NXT into that women's mid-card division. Because right now, I understand you can't bring up the talent from NXT right now because it's a log jam with two women's titles, and I think they've got the story written out for the next 6 months. So you can't bring up a Roxanne Perez or a Cora Jade or a Sol Ruka. You can't bring these people up because there's no opportunities. If you had a women's mid-card title, there would be opportunity to ease some of those NXT people in. Ryder says Zelina Vega and Lyra Valkyria are two people who would be great mid-card contenders immediately. Yeah, no. You're exactly right. Lyra Valkyria, I'll agree 100%. Zelina Vega, I'll agree is fine. I think, there's nothing wrong with Zelina. I just think she's longer in the tooth than some of this young talent that's coming up. And so I don't know. She could be in the mix. I don't know if I want long title reigns from Zelina Vega. Speed on X for women announced. Yeah, fuck Speed. Speed is stupid. Speed is absolutely bullshit. If your title doesn't appear on Raw or SmackDown, it's not a real belt.
Is Speed still a thing?
Yeah, oh no, they got a women's one coming up now. It's only on Twitter. The only place you can see it is on Twitter. X, whatever it is. Yeah. That's it. They're not allowed to bring the belts to the real show. If you can't, look, I could make up a belt and we could have casual wrestling matches. It doesn't make it a real thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it a real thing. If it's not on the real television that I'm watching, Ryder said he's just down bad for Zelina Vega. That's okay. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
I always like when she's in costumes and stuff. I never know what she's gonna do.
Nerdy, we need a bracelet TED Talk real quick. I don't fuck the man. I said I'm going to be okay with the bracelets, but now Cody's got a bracelet. See, this is a thing. This has started a thing. Now every meet and greet, these idiot fans, these IWC basement people are going to go buy beads and make these bracelets and give them to wrestlers. And the problem is, it would be cute if it was like 9 and 10-year-olds. But these are going to be fucking people in their 30s and 40s starting bracelets.
Smelling like straight up ranch
CWC
Doritos.
Bracelets are real. They're part of the $5.99 membership. CWC title match, Nerdy versus Mike next Tuesday on YouTube. What are we fighting for? I gotta know what we're fighting for. What's the stipulation? I need a stipulation. I don't fight just regular matches. I cheat. I'm a heel.
I redid the poll though, by the way, because I realized
I don't even know what you put.
Messed it up. I gotta choose what team I gotta be on. Apparently,
You got me to.
I have to choose a side.
You got me to Nia and Tiffy earlier than I thought, but that's okay. We talk about the tag team division. To me, it's in fucking shambles. The tag team division. What? Can someone explain to me what the SmackDown tag team division is right now? Because I thought we were done with taking tag titles out of the tag team division and putting them into other stories, and then like the hijacking of. So right now, let me get this straight. Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga are the tag team champions, right? Yeah. Now, it looks like maybe they defend them under the Freebird rules.
Okay.
Mike says Tonga Loa is the GOAT. He stole Jacob's belt. That's what I'm getting to. So it looks like it's going to be the way you get yourself out of this messy booking, because that was messy booking, is that you have Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga defend those belts, and they can lose. Because you absolutely...
Every time you say it, I just want to go...
You absolutely don't want Jacob taking a pin to some fucking tag team jobber right now. Because none of the tag teams are over enough, let's be real, to fucking take out the Jacob Fatu, the Samoan Wolverine, as you call him.
Samoan Wolverine. I agree with DA. DIY is boring.
So let's talk about. I see. Is that Pop? What is it? Poppy Krillin? Is that what that name is?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I see. Say, what are they doing with Theory and Waller? Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. They were supposed to break up like 3 months ago, and it just feels like they can't pull the trigger. They can't figure so they don't know what to do. This, to me, this is the problem with SmackDown. This is the problem with the Bloodline. It feels like the Bloodline story is written. It's on the whiteboard. They know exactly what they're doing. And then everything else is just kind of fly by the seat of your pants and see where it fits in. Like, they have absolutely, to me, ruined Austin Theory at this point. Like, there was a point in time they could have taken Austin Theory and made him babyface, and it would have worked. We could have took him back to his old cell phone gimmick. It could have worked. But now they just feel kind of like bumbling idiots. They're going to get beat up by Kevin Owens again. They're obviously just kind of jobbing right now. Mm-hmm. So they're not, like, it became apparent a couple weeks ago, they had a storyline in place. It was going to be Waller turning on Austin Theory, and it was going to, now it's just, it's turned, they're jobbing to Jelly Roll. That's what it's become. Is so Theory and Waller, to me, how do you fix that situation would be the answer to me, because I'm so uninterested. And this is a great transition into LA Knight.
Okay.
Y'all, everybody knows about a year ago, I was the biggest LA Knight fan on the planet. Money in the Bank 2023, I had said, like, if LA Knight doesn't win, there was something I was going to do and go. Here we go, 365 plus days later. LA Knight's now the United States champion, and I really don't give a shit. I mean that. Like, this is the problem with wrestling of, like, waiting too long to get to the destination, waiting too long to do Theory and Waller, waiting too long to have LA Knight win the United States Championship. Is he champion? Sure. Great. Is the title off Logan Paul? Yes, it is. Does that mean we get to have more matches? Sure. But who is really excited about Andrade versus LA Knight? Who's really excited about Santos Escobar versus LA Knight? That just doesn't excite me that much.
No.
I'm not that fired up for that.
Montez Ford versus him would be interesting.
Well, I mean, my problem with Montez is he's probably at least safe in his tag team. Once he gets out of his tag team, then he's at the mercy of where they book him.
And we may not ever see him again.
Last year, LA Knight could have believably beaten Roman in the crowd. Yeah, 100%, Ryder. 100%. LA Knight could have beaten Roman Reigns, and there would have been a strong contingency of people who would be okay with it. Now he is literally just another United States champion. What's to say? We were having lookout. Yeah, yes. 365 days ago, we were having like lookouts for LA Knight. We would all get excited. We would wait. We would count down for LA Knight appearances. Theory is about to be the next Ziggler. His whole thing will be the guy who looks good at getting. Yeah, I mean that really. This doesn't say. We Too Deep's exactly right about this. There's now becoming this issue. If you get beat up real good, then you just become the guy who gets beat up.
They kind of remind me of like the Miz, like a new Miz.
But the Miz has always been good about getting himself over, no matter what they gave him. And the Miz had a comment the other day that said, with Triple H kind of having more featured storylines, it's harder to do that. But the Miz has always been able to do it on his own. Guys like Theory and Ziggler couldn't figure out how to get over the top. Street Profits, Pretty Deadly, LDF, DIY, A-Town Down Under, Tonga Brothers, the OC, Corbin. They are an elite tag team division, but they don't do anything with them. So here's what I'll make the argument to you, AVD, is Triple H doesn't give us a reason to care. Pretty Deadly are a joke right now. They're planning a musical, which is fine, but I don't take them seriously, right? Legado de Fantasma, I agree with you 100%. They deserve more, but they're sidekicks. And as long as they're presented as sidekicks, they're not they're not a threat to the tag team division. DIY talks too much. Stop talking to the camera. Like, you can't get your ass whipped every week and then talk to the camera. A-Town Down, we already stated our case from that. The Tonga Brothers, they're part of another storyline. The OC, I've never had a reason to get behind the OC. I think they could be good, but once again, they've never been booked to make sense. And then you have Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin, who are two guys I like, but they just like, give me a reason that they're a tag team. And it can't be they came from NXT together or something like that. Give me a legitimate reason with backstory. Ricky Starks to WWE. Am I in? 100%. Ricky Starks could he's another LA Knight. He's another guy that he gets compared to The Rock, but I don't care. I don't care. I don't get the argument that like this guy reminds me of Stone Cold or The Rock. I don't care. That's great. I liked The Rock. I like Stone Cold. So I'm okay with guys who like everybody has a little bit of somebody. Waller is a younger, more talented Miz. I think he can be. But I don't think he has. So I think he has the elements in the ring. I don't think he has the same mental recognition of how to get over that the Miz had. I don't think he puts himself in those positions. Yeah, blah blah talking already. Yeah, it's old. Yeah, I'm with you. We to do. American made to Smackdown. I think that fits. Get them away from the Wyatt Six. We're done with Halloween. Halloween in October we can start paying attention to the Wyatt Six. When we start getting the WWE Halloween merch, then we can pay attention, because as far as I'm concerned, those haunted house workers, they're not going to stay over very long. I think that's about all I had. Unless anybody else has something, we can go to the tier maker here in a second. Let's see. I'm still calling them the Creeds. I like American Made.
Do I have it or do you have it?
It should be. Did you close it out?
Yeah, because I asked you what this was and you told me to close it out.
No, that was Notion. That's something else. Let's see.
Know somebody who knew somebody.
You could go to tier maker. And then pull up potential WWE WrestleMania 41 matches. You could search for that.
All right, I'm here.
What's Sean saying? The comparison with old wrestlers is kind of a cop-out when people say it. You can switch over. Yeah, I mean, to me, I could almost, and that might be a fun episode, is to make it full screen, and then you got to switch over. Bring your Streamlabs over to your other screen so you can see it. And then make the other full screen, and then you're going to go under reactions to the other one.
New screen?
Yeah.
Get it. Why is it black?
Is it not showing?
Nope.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
Is it still not? Nope.
Mm-mm.
That's not
I
good.
don't see it.
You're over there messing with
Black.
everything.
I just pressed one thing.
Keep
Gosh.
talking, and I'll set it up real quick.
All right, so let's see what's going on in the chat. Like when KO had the thing with Stone Cold. I mean, I thought that was so cool. I didn't do anything, I promise. I didn't touch it. It wasn't me. It was not me. I just want to go on record. It was not me. I did not touch anything. I did not break it. Dead Chief, don't say that. You're going to put ideas in his head, and then he's going to go back and be like, I told you broke it, Lauren. When he talks to me, that's how he talks in my head. Damn it, they're all blaming me. I mean, I do break some things, but I didn't break that, you know. Like,
all right, let me pull up the chat on my laptop. And then we can keep going here.
CWC Mania meetup party will begin getting constructed soon in Vegas. Vegas ain't ready for the CWC.
All right, I've got the chat up here now.
All right, let's go.
All right, so this is a tier maker I found. Potential WrestleMania matchups. I saw everybody talking about this earlier.
Yes, sir.
And so I thought this would be a fun one.
Okay, and you made this one, right?
No.
Oh, no?
This is one I found one that was pre-made. So this was interesting. These are matches. These are prediction matches. Go down. Let's see who this is.
Right there? Oh, no, who did it?
Yeah. Let's see who this is. Sebastian Kurtz. So this is a list made by Sebastian Kurtz. And what we're ranking these is go up. Mm-hmm. So it is we need it. Yeah, maybe, no, and definitely not.
All right.
So Dead Chief, we're not going to Mania. We're just going to Vegas. I'm not going to actual WrestleMania. I'm just going to Vegas.
I, as a casual wrestler, have been to like a couple.
You as a casual wrestler?
I mean, yeah, I am a casual wrestler. You know, like,
okay.
I have wrestled before in my life, but like, as a casual wrestling fan, I personally like to watch it on TV, and especially like with everybody else in the group and stuff, is because like I get to ask so many questions and I get to hear the commentary. Like, to me, that's my favorite part. And then plus asking you 10 million questions. Gotcha.
Mike said, can you scroll down a little bit so they can see the actual full list? Just bring them up because like they're under our camera. And then we can go back up once we get started. Okay. But we'll do them one by one.
Okay.
So first one on that list is Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Now you can scroll back up.
Okay. We need it.
You think we need it? I have other intentions for Cody Rhodes. I don't know.
I only like it because Randy's in it, you know.
Yeah, but Randy's going to get a match. I just don't think that's the one we want.
Okay.
So if I'm going...
Maybe?
No, that's a no for me.
Okay.
Unless other people...
Goodbye, Randy.
Man, Ryder says we need it. It's a top tier thing. He says it's the best match for Cody. I think so. I have other plans for Cody, and it's on this list.
Okay.
We're going to get there in just a second because I think it's a passing of the torch match.
All right. So this next one?
The next one is the Usos versus the Tonga Brothers. So at WrestleMania, I guess, is the interesting thing. I don't think we need it at WrestleMania because I think it's going to get the same treatment that Jimmy versus Jay got, which is it's going to be an afterthought. I think we need the match. I just think we need it way before. I think this is like a Royal Rumble match or something other. So definitely not at WrestleMania as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, sir.
I think we need the match. I just don't think we need it at WrestleMania.
True.
So Pappy Krillin, that's where I'm headed, is where you say Cena and Cody. Okay, so that's LA Knight and John Cena. That's absolutely not. I think that there's no world that I think that.
One of them's going to have a heart attack.
Who?
I'm making fun of them because they're older.
Oh, because, it has nothing to do with that.
I'm joking.
Yeah, so, okay.
Is that a definitely not?
It's definitely
no?
not. It's a definitely not. There's zero. Definitely not to me.
There, but
so definitely not to me is I would almost be anti the match. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't want to see it.
Okay.
No to me is I don't want it, but I won't be mad.
True.
Maybe is kind of indifferent. Yeah. Is I'm okay if it I'm good if it happens, and we need it is like this is my dream card. That's the kind of way I'm looking at this. All right, so let's go Rock versus Cody.
Maybe.
No.
No?
No, that's a no for me.
All right, why?
Because I have in like the way I've got this storyboarded out in my head, and The Rock needs to strictly stay in the Bloodline story. Mm-hmm. If him and Cody are going to do something, let it be SummerSlam of next year. But up until WrestleMania, I don't want to touch Cody and The Rock. I don't want them interacting.
Okay.
This next one, I don't know what kind of crack this dude was smoking.
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky is a definitely not for me.
I agree.
That's a definitely not. Rhea versus Bianca would be a we need it, but
yeah, definitely.
Roman versus Solo is a no.
At WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Is it because it's too slow, guys?
No, it's because that's got to happen. That match has to happen at Bad Blood to me.
So it's a definitely not.
It definitely not at WrestleMania. Like if that's what we get at WrestleMania, I will be let down.
Okay.
That is not what I want to see.
All right.
Okay. Braun Breaker versus John Cena. I'm going to go maybe.
Oh, interesting.
I'm going to go maybe because it's not what I want, but I don't know that I'd hate it. It's a passing of a guard match. It could be interesting. I don't think John Cena has ever won the Intercontinental Championship match. So there would be that element of story for Braun Breaker of like Cena needs this. And we know Cena's coming back for a run. So there could be some story. So I don't hate it.
Maybe.
I don't hate it, but it's a maybe.
All right. This guy really likes John Cena, by the way.
Who does?
This person. You put him in here like 72 times.
Well, because Cena's already committed to coming back. So you know he has a match. And so it's where do you put him? Okay. So then we go Cody versus Cena.
Okay.
We need it.
All right. It's a we need it. Gotta happen.
We need it.
All right.
This is what I want.
Why?
Because I don't know what else works for Cody. I don't know what else is big enough for Cody Rhodes because you got to remember, we assume that at WrestleMania in Las Vegas, we're getting the posters going to be The Rock and Roman Reigns. Mm-hmm. The only other match you can put on that poster that makes Cody feel as significant as Roman and Rock is John Cena.
All right.
And it's going to be the match. It's the passing of the guard. It is. There's even a world where I'd like to see Cena go over Cody, win the title, have a little bit of a run, and then Cody turn around and win it back later on. There's a world where I like that. But this is a match. Now we're getting into matches I need. I absolutely need it.
All right, let's go for it. Next one.
I see you, AVD. I see you throwing out there. You've thrown this into the universe, and I don't hate it. Wavy D has thrown out Cody Rhodes versus Daniel Bryan in Bryan's last Mania match. Wavy D, if you can get on the phone and convince Daniel Bryan to come back for that match, I will co-sign that match.
Can he come back?
Sure he can. Why couldn't he come back?
Because like AEW still lets them do other stuff, right?
No, his contract's up.
Oh, so is he renewing?
I think he's working just like date to date right now.
All right.
So his contract is up. So if Wavy D can convince Bryan to come back, I co-sign that, and I will remove the Cena Cody match because I like that.
Very nice.
All right, Brock Lesnar versus Gunther. We need this. Mm-hmm. We absolutely need this.
I love Brock Lesnar.
Another passing of the guard. Like when you start looking at this poster, right? snooze general aside. No, snooze general aside. If you're going to put Gunther on the poster, it feels like Brock needs to be the guy next to him to me. We absolutely need it.
What was his nickname?
Who?
Brock Lesnar's?
The Beast Incarnate.
There we go.
The Beast Incarnate and the Snooze General for the World Heavyweight Championship.
I like it.
I like it. Punk Rollins, we need it.
Okay.
Absolutely need it. Like, as we're starting to fill out this card. So we start to see a card coming together up there. You see?
Looks kind of nice. I like it.
You see, we got Cena, Cody. We got Gunther, Brock Lesnar, and we got Punk Rollins. Those are all equally impressive on a WrestleMania poster.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? We're excited. Like, you go down that list and you put like Cena and LA Knight. It doesn't stand up to those top three. Not everyone can, but I'm building the top of the card here. Okay, we've got The Rock and Roman. Need it. Absolutely need it. That, I assume that's written in stone. The whole WrestleMania is being built around the idea of Rock and Roman.
Yeah, for sure.
So those 4 matches, those are pillars of night 1 and night 2.
All right. See the next one?
Yeah, I see the next one.
It's your boo thing.
It's a yeah.
Yeah.
It's a yeah. I'm not mad if this happens. I'm not mad, but the more important one to me is going to be Rhea versus Bianca Belair. That's the one that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Now, this is interesting. Am I allowed to put 2 matches on We Need It with one person, with the same person on it?
Yeah, because you'd be happy if you got either one.
So put this one on We Need It.
Okay.
Because I am all for Randy Orton versus John Cena.
I 100% am too.
I am all for this match. And then we can sub out Cena in the Cody one and bring in Daniel Bryan, like Wavy D said. I'm open
to see Legend Killer Randy?
No. Okay. That's way before you watched. This was when he was very young. He was taking out kind of the remaining Attitude Era guys one by one. He was taking them out. Well, we got the Reign of Wrestling says yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We're putting together a card here, guys. We're putting together a card. It may be fun to fill out this card on an episode of the community show.
For sure.
But right now, let's finish this out. Okay, Tiffy, Charlotte, yes, 100%. We need it.
All right.
It goes on the card.
All right, last one.
No.
No?
No.
Like, definitely not?
Definitely not.
No?
We don't need it again.
No.
There's other things for Drew to do.
All right.
There'll be other things for Drew McIntyre to do that don't involve these stories. So if we look at this, whoa.
Oh. Whoa.
Did you just close it out?
No, I did not. I did not break it again. I promise.
I'm trying to recap here. I'm trying to go over and see what this. So matches we need at WrestleMania are Cena, Cody Rhodes. We can substitute Cena for Bryan Danielson.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar, Snooze General, makes sense. Seth, CM Punk, I'm in. Tiffy, Charlotte, I'm in. Rock Roman, I'm in. Cena, Orton, I'm in. Bianca and Jade is okay. It can stand on that card that we have up there. It would be fine, but I prefer Rhea and Bianca.
All right.
Like I said, wouldn't hate Braun Breaker and John Cena, just wouldn't love it either. Don't want Orton and Cody. I know there's a lot of people who like that matchup. I don't. I think it's going to happen. I just don't think it's a WrestleMania match. I think that happens earlier than WrestleMania. Cody Rock. I don't want to rehash that. We've done that. We've played that game. We don't need the Cody crybaby shit again. And then the definitely nots. Don't need the Usos versus the Bloodline 2.0 at WrestleMania. We can do it. We just don't need to do it at WrestleMania. Wavy D says Becky Lynch versus Britt Baker. Not mad at that.
I would like that.
Not mad at that.
Two of my favorite people.
Yeah, I'm not mad. That could be a very fun match. T-Square said, I don't want Cody versus Randy at WrestleMania. Me either. What we want, and don't get this like misconstrued. We want Cody versus Randy Orton. We just don't want it. We don't want it at WrestleMania. We would take it any other time. Any other time you're offering that up, we'll take it. I just don't want it at WrestleMania.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what the bullshit Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley. Like,
yeah.
I don't know who that's exciting. I don't know. Like this dude, like obviously this dude really, really likes Io Sky to slip her in. Cause she's not, I'm sorry. We saw an Io Sky title reign. It's okay. It's not Rhea Ripley level.
True.
Like more than likely Rhea Ripley's got to go against one of the big dogs when it comes to wrestling.
Hey,
it's gotta be a Becky. It's not gonna be Charlotte again. It's gotta be a Bianca. What?
Raquel Rodriguez.
They keep saying she might be coming back. There were videos though of Alexa Bliss training again.
I like it.
I did see it, and she's back to the pink and blonde hair.
I like that.
Wavy D says, "Do you think the women's roster across SmackDown, Raw, and NXT is strong enough to have a one-night Mania dedicated?" Yes, I do. I've made this argument for a long time. I think that there's just like crazy sexist wrestling fans out there that scream no. But I definitely think that you could have a full one-night event that was all women's wrestling. Look, I mean, you already start filling out the card here. What do you need? 7 matches? You need 7 matches. So you're going to have Tiffy and Charlotte. That's one. You're going to get, let's go Bianca and Rhea. Let's main event with that.
Okay.
That's 2. That leaves Becky versus somebody. That leaves, you still have Jade versus somebody. And then if you can get like an Alexa Bliss back, you still have a Liv Morgan. You've got a
BBL. What's her name?
You've got Bailey.
Exactly.
You've got like Wavy D said. You've got these NXT girls you've got the Roxanne Perez, the Cora Jades.
Yeah.
You've got these people who you could bring back a Trish Stratus.
True.
So I believe there's enough to get 6 or 7 matches. I do. And that's another fun topic would be, let's save that, Wavy D. Let's save that for a show, and let's center a whole show around building a women's WrestleMania one night only card. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's it. Unless we're going to talk about,
Can me get off that?
You can go back to reaction.
Okay. Get it.
Yeah, unless we're going to talk about breakdancing.
What's breakdancing?
Olympic breakdancing.
Oh, you were telling me about that, and
I still
haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
These last couple nights have been interesting, to say the least. I didn't watch any of the first week of the Olympics, any of it. And then all of a sudden, I've been watching at 2 and 3 in the morning, the Olympics. What is the status on the Lauren Reacts channel? Just getting everything together, Wavy D. Just trying to fucking get life scheduled together. We'll get it. It'll be started in the next couple weeks, but right now we're trying to get all these other things organized, and we'll get there. It will happen. But Lauren needs to react to the Olympics.
I need to react to the Olympics.
Yeah, because I've been watching this shit. This shit is wild. Ping pong is insane.
I could only imagine.
I didn't realize the level of intensity that is in ping pong.
When I think of ping pong, I think of Forrest Gump.
Wait, hold on. Dead Chef. I have to say we're happy you found us too, man. It's fun to talk about wrestling.
Uh-huh.
He said his wife pretends to like wrestling.
What?
I believe Lauren's probably pretending as well, to be honest with you. I believe she's pretending as well.
Things that I find interesting, like I like to know their backstories. I care about what clothes they're wearing. I love the takes in the back because I love reality TV. So it's like men reality TV, and then I make up funny stuff in my head as I'm watching it. Like you have no idea the commentary that's going on as they're doing certain moves. Like it just stuff happens.
Yeah, but that's what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a place where we can hang out and talk about wrestling for an hour a night, and then we can go back to our lives. Wavy D says the Lithuanian and the USA breakdance girls were solid. I've only seen the Italian. That's the only one that I've seen.
What does the Italian do?
This is the one that was I don't know, man. You got to watch it.
Oh, I'm going to have to definitely watch it.
Smooth moves. But someone better explain to me why the USA don't have the Jabberwock. Look, Wavy D, I got lots of questions about the Olympics. I watched a lot of Olympics these last 3 nights. I don't feel like these are our best athletes. Yeah. Like, why is Tyreek Hill not running some of these sprints? I feel like Tyreek Hill is faster than some of the... We had this one cat last night, 16 years old. They were hyping this dude up. 16-year-old is about to run the youngest Olympian runner ever of all time. He fucking shit the bed, man. He ran like he was 16 years old.
Pussy.
Yeah, he definitely like. And why don't we have the Jabberwockies in the breakdancing contest? I'm 100%. Why this seems like bullshit.
What did they win? America's Best Dance Crew or something?
They've got a Vegas show, man. They're big time. I told you the 3-on-3 basketball. Like no disrespect to Jimmer Fredette, but disrespect to Jimmer Fredette.
Who's Jimmer Fredette?
Some little white kid that like runs 3-on-3. There's no way we can't find 3 guys from the NBA
who could beat Jimmer Fredette,
who could just murder like it doesn't feel like we had a 7-footer on it feels like a 7-footer in the 3-on-3 competition would just ruin everybody. A USA guy came back from behind and won. Oh, was it the white cat? No, wait, that was the 800. The white kid runs the 800. Kessler or something like that.
I know why NBA guys aren't in the 3v3.
Why are you asking, or you're telling me why? I have said the USA should never lose a basketball game at the Olympics. So, Dead Chef, the reason we lose basketball game at the Olympics, I was explaining this to Lauren the other day, is we got to quit fielding teams that are we put on a Vegas show for the world, right? There's this expectation that like LeBron has to go, Jason Tatum has to go. The way that the Olympics should work is the team that wins the NBA championship that year should have the choice to pick up 1 or 2 extra people and go to the Olympics and represent the United States with all the Americans from that team. Because those teams have practiced together. The problem is, it doesn't matter what sport it is, when you only get to practice for 3 weeks, then there's just no cohesiveness. So apparently the 3-on-3 qualifying games are during the NBA season. So players, no, bullshit. I get that they're busy, but we could find 3 or 4 guys that we give exemptions to. We let them take a week off to go qualify because they don't need to practice. They take 1 week off, or, whatever. We take a break from the NBA, move the All-Star game to this fucking week. But, like, there's no reason we should be sending, like, jabronis over for the 3-on-3. How about the big 3, though? We don't even got guys from the big 3 in the 3-on-3 tournament. Those guys, they'd murder somebody over there. That's bullshit. I thought they would stop letting pros play after the Dream Team in the 90s straight dog walked everybody. Yeah. I mean, the problem is, the legitimate problem is the reason it always looks like everybody's like, the world's getting so much better. No, they just practice more. These teams practice together for years at a time. And so when it comes to a good organized team can beat a talented team on any given night. That's especially in basketball. I can tell you from playing basketball that a well-organized team that plays together can beat a team of tremendous talent because typically you have to. NBA teams are built around alphas, like alpha dogs, right? And the USA team, they don't have an alpha because they're all afraid. Except Anthony Edwards. He may be the one exception to that. The guy that's like, fuck it, I'll be the alpha. But most of these guys don't want to step on anybody else's toes because they all kind of are buddies and friends, and nobody wants to kind of ascend to the top. I honestly can't watch basketball anymore. Once you've seen the best of all time, what's left? I hope we're talking about Jordan. Low-key, the big 3 is kind of trash. It's all 3-pointers and 5th grade backdowns, hook shots. It's hard to watch, Wavy D, but I can tell you from playing basketball that like Joe Johnson and some of those guys, like some of those, they would cook against these other guys. Who else? I mean, I hoped. I've gotten in this argument before, Dead Chef, with people. Like, LeBron's great. He's not Jordan. I got to watch both. I am at the age where I got to watch both of their careers. And Jordan was one thing. LeBron, super talented, super athletic. He had the body for basketball, but Jordan was just on another level. Jordan is the greatest, but not the best. That's a cop-out, Wavy D. He's both.
Dustin's the best basketball player in my mind.
Whatever. Jordan, if Jordan and LeBron played at the same time, that dog mentality would have came out and LeBron would have crumbled. LeBron just does. LeBron is the argument for LeBron should be Magic Johnson. LeBron best all around like skill player, but he's not the best basketball player. I coached 6th and 7th grade basketball, and I asked my team who was the best of all time. I like that. He made them run if they said LeBron James. I like that. Nice. All right, let me get back to my thing.
You got it. So breakdancing. You told me you were watching something else too.
The heptathlon. I enjoyed the heptathlon way too much. I got way too invested, and I think it ended tonight. And I don't know who won. Who won the heptathlon?
We don't know.
What was her name? What was the girl from America? Anna
Kendrick.
Nope. That's the girl from the singing movie. Also, the Dream Team was overrated. They truly played plumbers in the Olympics. I'm not going with that argument either, Wavy D. I'm not going with that argument. They didn't play plumbers. If you go back and truly look, and a hall. Yes. If you go back and truly look, they didn't play plumbers. And if you go look now, a lot of what is it? I don't even know what that is. If you look now, the difference in the Dream Team and the difference in basketball now is the amount of practice these other countries get. Don't let them fool you that these countries have improved so much in basketball that they're just that much better. If they were that much better, every country would have guys in the NBA. These teams just practice year round. That's why they're good. The heptathlon, you mean the countryside trucker games. Yes, that's what I mean.
There's some rugby girl that I'm following. She makes me laugh. I still don't know her name. She just has brown hair, and that's all I know about her. She's from America, though. The
heptathlon, I think it's heptathlon. Now y'all got me questioning.
You told me pentapathon or something earlier.
It may be pentat. It's 7. What is 7? What's 7? Octagon's 8.
7.
Penta is what? 6? So it's hepta, right? Hexa 6.
Yeah. They do have NBA guys. A lot of these countries have 2 or 3 NBA players now.
Yeah, I mean, they got 2 or 3 NBA players, but that's not, and look at them. Most of them you don't recognize.
Yes, that's the girl who, like, she picked her up and threw her down, and then, yeah, it was pretty fucking awesome.
I saw that. I did see that.
I like her.
That's it. That's all I've got.
All right.
Thank you guys for hanging out and coming to the Casual Wrestling Smackdown after party. As always, you are invited next week to the Raw after party on Monday, the Mike and D Hot Take Show on Tuesday, the Nerdy D Kickback on Wednesday, which is going to be a new show.
All right.
It's going to be just kind of me doing a little podcast that talk about a little bit of everything. The Casual Wrestling Community Block Party on Thursday, and we hope to see you back for next week's SmackDown after party. But for now, that's all we got. The party never stops. I still see Wavy D going on about the Dream Team. You're not going. I'll argue this till I die. For now, the party never stops. In the Discord, like, share, and comment. Lauren, you can ring the final bell.